Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're actually going to be recreating one of my great grandma V's famous pineapple upside down cakes. This recipe is very special to me. This is a cake that she would make numerous times and it was her staple. If you guys are interested in seeing how I recreate her famous cake, stay tuned, watch, and let me show you. Alright you guys, for our ingredients today, 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter, divided, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 medium-sized eggs, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of regular flour, 1 can of pineapple slices, 1 cup of light brown sugar. All right, you guys, in a medium saucepan, we're just gonna put in 4 tablespoons of butter. I have already threw in my butter. It's gonna take a couple seconds to melt. But right now we're creating that sauce. So I have the pot on about medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up to high, get the ball rolling here. All right, you guys, just about melted. I'm gonna go ahead and put in our 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm sorry, 1 cup of brown sugar. Get everything melted in there. What we're doing right now, you guys, is basically just melting that sugar. Making this more of a sugar sauce. And this will be our first layer to our cake. In my opinion, it is the best layer. All right, everything's melted. Just gonna go ahead and cook the sugar for like maybe a minute, minute and a half. To be honest, you guys, it really just depends on the temperature of your stove. What you're trying to look for is just a little bit of change in color, but you do not want to burn it because you can absolutely burn this. Okay. All right, so you can still see it's grainy. So that sugar has not melted yet. So we're just gonna keep stirring it. All right, it's bubbling, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the heat now and take it over to our pan. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know what size pan this is. I got it in a set of 3 for my cheesecakes, and I'm not sure exactly what size this one is. It is a springform pan, and I'll show you guys at the end why I like using these. But we're gonna go ahead and pour in our butter and sugar mixture. And honestly, you guys can use any pan for this, anything really, it's not a big deal. We're gonna go ahead and get that mixture spread out nice and evenly on the bottom of this pan. Yum. I don't know what it is. The smell of brown sugar and butter. It smells good. All right, so that is perfectly spread out. And now we're gonna go ahead and get our pineapple slices and lay them in the bottom, okay? All right, you guys, so now you're gonna take your pineapple slices and really layer them however you want. This is really all up to you. I just lay them kind of like in a fan, I guess you would say, all the way around. And you'll know too, once you put them in, you can readjust them. But you can get really artsy with this, however you want them to lay. It's up to you. All right, you guys. So now that we've layered this part, we're gonna go ahead and do our next layer, which is actually the bottom half of the cake. All right, you guys. So now we have our 2 cups of flour right here. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our vanilla, our baking powder, our salt, our 2 cups of sugar, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in our 2 eggs, our 1 cup of milk, and our butter, softened of course. Make sure you guys get your softened butter. It's gonna help you guys out. Hello. Okay. All right, you guys, with the handheld mixer, we're gonna go ahead and just start mixing everything in the bowl, okay? All right, guys, now that the cake has been mixed, we're gonna go ahead and start slowly plopping it on top of our pineapple mixture. All right, so I'm gonna move this so you guys can see. Using just a normal spoon, you guys, we're gonna slowly take our cake mixture and just pop it on top, okay? You guys wanna do this nicely so you're not disrupting the pineapple on the bottom. This looks so good. So if you guys are wondering, I do not like the cherries that go on here. For some reason, I just am not a fan of them on the pineapple upside down cakes. I know my great grandma used to use them and they were fine, but in my cake, I don't want them. But if you guys like that, by all means, that is part of the normal pineapple upside down cake recipe. Use them, no big deal. It's all about personal preference, and I just am not a fan of them in this cake. All right. So my great grandma used to come over to our house super frequently, and she would always drop off these pineapple upside down cakes. This was just her staple cake that she would make. She'd come to our house and honk her horn outside, and we'd come out there and here she'd have a big old pineapple cake for us. And they were always so good. All right, so I'm just leveling out the batter, making sure I'm using every last drop. Another good way, guys, to level out your cakes any air bubbles is to just tap it. You're gonna see these air bubbles just pop out of nowhere. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 350. We're gonna put it in for about 30 minutes, but it might be different for everybody. So we're gonna start checking it at 30 minutes and go from there every 5 minutes, okay? As soon as we could stick a toothpick in and it comes out clean, that's what we're looking for, and that's when we know it's done. All right, everybody's timetable is gonna be a little bit different, but let's start at 30 minutes at 350 and go from there. All right, you guys, so the cake is out of the oven. I've let it cool for a little bit. I believe it was in there for about 70 minutes total. Again, just start checking it. Earlier I did say 30 minutes for whatever reason. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did mean after 60 minutes to start checking it. Because you're doing it at 350, it's a really lower temperature. So I think if you start checking it at about 60 minutes or so, you should be good at that point, okay? So again, I have a springform pan right here. I'm gonna show you guys the reason why I like using these. Very gently, I'm gonna open it up. And I have a knife. I wanna make sure to pull it away from the sides because that part can get tricky. All right, so that should be good. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up. Nice, nice. Okay, again, so this is not the top. I know it looks like the top, but it is not the top. I'm gonna go ahead and place my cake dish right there. And I'm gonna flip it over very quickly. Okay, oh yes, this looks good already, you guys. And very gently, I'm gonna pop off that top and pray. Oh yes, yes. Do you guys see all that steam coming off of it right now? Let me tell you, it looks amazing. Check that out, you guys. Yum. You have this thick layer right here of sugar and butter and the juices from the pineapple. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks amazing. All right, you guys, I'm gonna cut a slice and then we're gonna taste it. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and cut my slice. I'm ready to dig in. Not that this cake needs really much, but a little bit of whipped cream. All right. Burn. Nice. All right. Are you ready? I'm excited. You guys see all that soft vanilla cake? Oh, looks so good. This cake brings back so many memories, you guys. It is so good. So simple, so good. It's such a comfort food cake. You get that like caramelized sugar and butter that's like running down into the vanilla cake. The pineapples are like super buttery, super soft. You guys have got to try this recipe, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my cake now.